When Yoshi, who had played Philip in The Chosen seasons 2 and 3, announced his departure from the show, a lot of people were disappointed, and mostly because they couldn't figure out why. Dallas said Yoshi was let go.
As some of you know, Yoshi, who played Philip for the previous 2 seasons, is no longer with us. We chose to let him go, but as we said earlier, the show is bigger than any one of us.
Now, did that mean he was fired or he was allowed to leave the show? To this day, I still don't know. It looks like there was a problem between the two parties, but it's not clear what. Anyway, after Yoshi's departure, a new actor took his place secretly, but he was later shown to the audience in the BTS videos and he was introduced in a live stream as well. Now, anyone who was able to watch season 4 in movie theaters say that he was almost not there. Apparently, he didn't have many scenes in the new season. Is this because Philip didn't really have to take an important space in this season's storyline? Or is Dallas easing him into the story slowly? For the last 2 days, I made some polls on my channel's community section asking the Chosen fans what they thought about the new Philip and whether he was better than the old one. Here are the responses, and I'll tell you about my own thoughts towards the end of this video. When I asked which Philip was better in The Chosen, the responses were quite shocking. I mean, I knew the old Philip had more fans since he had more screen time and had been with us longer, but I did not expect almost 90% of the votes to choose him. In another poll I asked anyone who watched The Chosen season 4 in theaters, was the new Philip any good? How would you compare him to the old Philip? One commenter said, I loved and missed the original Philip, but they didn't show the new one enough to let me properly judge him. This was a running theme in the comment section actually. Apparently, the new Philip didn't have many scenes in The Chosen season 4, so people were not able to properly judge his acting or whether he fit into this new role. I think he spoke maybe 2 lines, but I do miss the old Philip. He had such a sweet spirit. For me, Yoshi was the best. He made Philip come alive. He made Philip believable, as does Jonathan with Jesus. The new Philip is in the background, not much character development. He really didn't have many lines, so can't really judge him properly. I didn't even notice him, to be honest. Not all apostles need to be front row. I didn't notice Nathaniel and one other one that much as well. They definitely tried to hide him, lol. He wasn't as prominent, I guess due to the last minute casting change, but I bet he'll stand out more in season 5. Now, most of these comments indicate that the new Philip didn't have enough scenes to be properly compared to the old one. I agree with one commenter about not all apostles having to be on the forefront all the time. We know that Simon Peter and Matthew have more scenes and storylines than the rest. The same goes for the Thunder Brothers. The prominence of the other apostle characters usually change according to the season. Thomas seems to have a more important storyline in season 4 due to the plot with Rama. I'm not going to go into details on that in case you guys don't want to get spoilers. Judas as well probably has more scenes in this season than he had before, and I'm sure he'll have more in season 5 and beyond. So I don't think including fewer Philip scenes in season 4 was about not wanting to show him. Maybe if Yoshi was playing the role, his scenes would be the same amount. It's not really possible for us to know at this point. Maybe Dallas wanted to give some time to Reza so that he would be able to get used to the atmosphere on set. I do believe we will have more scenes in season 5. I also believe it wouldn't be fair to compare the two at this point, especially when they don't have a similar amount of screen time. What do you guys think? At this point, I want to mention a few other comments talking about the new and old Philip. Anyone having to replace another actor faces people that don't quite receive their acting at first. With time, more screen time, I'm sure we will appreciate his acting. Yes, exactly. Reza's job was 2-3 times harder than the other actors on set because not everyone would be able to see past the actor change. Another commenter said, I think they should try the same hairstyle. I actually thought about this myself, not just with the hairstyle, but the overall appearance of the actors. Yoshi had more softer facial features, whereas Reza has a very prominent and striking dark eyebrows and a beard. Maybe if the actors looked more alike, people would be more okay with the transition. He's different than the old Philip, I'd say, which isn't a bad thing per se. Perhaps when he's more comfortable in season 5, we'll get to say more on the matter, but as of now, I'm still interested where he'll take the character of Philip to. I think I agree with this commenter the most. I am open to see where he'll take the character of Philip once he has more scenes in the future. It seems he already has a few fans. I love the new Philip. I hope they give him more screen time in season 5. I love the interviews I heard with him. He's very insightful. She's right, by the way. When you watch his interviews, he's so calm and collected. He has a very peaceful aura to him. It's impossible not to notice.
Tell me about the moment. I was in bed, and suddenly I got a call from my agent, and I nearly had a heart attack. And
Overall, I would say I'm not ready to compare these two. Maybe some of you would argue we shouldn't compare them at all, and that would be a fair point as well. I believe we should give the new Philip more chance to see his full capabilities. Let's hope he has more scenes in the future. If you want to learn more about the Chosen cast, you can check this video out. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.